Yes, sir.
What's going on, man?
I just need to make a report. I don't know if I'm the one that committed it. My wife fell at a bar over here.
Yeah, I was there.
Okay, right now I said that the ambulance refused her treatment.
That's not what happened, man.
No.
Definitely not what happened at all. We were pretty linked to the report about the incident that occurred earlier, but I'll be real honest with you, man. Your wife was about seconds away from going to jail.
Yeah.
Completely drunken, belligerent, argumentative, refused to follow anybody's directions. All she wanted to do was tell the bar owner that he was a fucking asshole, and she was screaming. Half the bar emptied out, and half the bar was standing outside watching what was going on. And I told her, if you don't stop yelling, if you don't stop swearing, you're gonna go to jail. And then she turned to me and said, fuck you, you can't take me to jail. And I mean, it's New Year's Eve, man. I got way too much to do than have her tell me to get fucked. So I told her again, yes, you will go to jail if you continue to behave like this. And she really didn't give a shit. Okay. So the paramedics told her, if you need to go, if you want to go, you need to stop yelling at this guy. You need to listen to us because we're the paramedics. We need to ask you some questions. And she just asked them, well, do I have a concussion? And the paramedics said, probably not, but I can't guarantee it. So then she took her phone out and wanted to record everybody and wanted to record the paramedics saying that she did not have a concussion because she thought that would get her some kind of lawsuit. So, I mean, I can completely see your point of view, like maybe why you would be pissed, but I'm just being completely honest with you, man. Your wife was out of control, completely out of control.
I'm sure she was
you're very lucky.
Drunk.
You're very lucky that you're talking to me right here and not at the police department where she's in handcuffs because we were really busy at that moment when I was dealing with her. If we hadn't been as busy and I had more officers available, I'm the shift supervisor, so if I would have had somebody else available, she would have went to jail. I promise you.
So, so she just fell. She fell in the parking lot and requested an ambulance. And
I mean, when I got there, she was laying on the ground.
Or she was laying on the ground when you got there.
So I assume she fell, but
so maybe she was confused because she hit her head. I mean, that could have been an option. I mean, yeah, being drunk, yeah, but being confused
she was drunk and belligerent. I've been doing this.
Are you a medical supervisor?
I've been doing this job for 10 years. So I can tell you, she was drunk and belligerent.
Well, can we make a report? We need to. You guys already made a report about this.
Yep.
Okay, so there's nothing.
And the report 100% shows her at fault because she was.
Fault for what?
Fault. Well,
for falling on ice or for fall?
I guess let me retract that.
Yeah.
Not at fault, but she made the choice not to go in the ambulance.
Okay, so she
made the situation worse by being drunk and belligerent. And that's exactly
or
how the
possibly confused because of a head injury.
Nope, definitely not.
No, she didn't hit her head.
I don't know. She refused to talk to us because she was being drunk and belligerent.
She didn't tell them that she hit her head? There was no witnesses that said she hit her head? Did you guys talk to witnesses?
Everybody was being drunk and belligerent.
Everybody, everybody's witnesses are not reliable when they're drunk and belligerent. Right?
No, actually they're not.
I understand.
We don't take police reports from people who are drunk.
Yeah, I understand. So you couldn't even take a report from her then?
I did. I documented that she said she fell and that she was highly impaired.
Okay.
And that
she admitted to being drunk. I'm sure she would.
And that she was told multiple times to stop swearing and stop yelling and to cooperate with paramedics and to stop yelling at the bar owner that he's a fucking asshole. And if she would have, then we completely could have.
So you can't take her to the ambulance after a head injury, acting strange.
She wasn't acting strange. She was acting
flipping
drunk.
out. Yeah, acting drunk. So you say, but if she has something else wrong with her right now,
that's on her, dude. She had the paramedics because she had the paramedics there. Listen, I got.
Should have took her, right? Because
no, they shouldn't have because she refused to cooperate with them. They can't
refuse treatment.
So you wanted us to tie your wife up or handcuff her and throw her in the back of the ambulance because that's what it would have taken. No, we can't do that.
You can't do that.
No, we can't do that, sir. We can't handcuff somebody and throw them in the ambulance
for their own
if they're not
personal safety. You can't do that.
If they say they want to kill themselves, yeah, but that's not the situation.
Just because they have to kill themselves, there's no other reason for personal safety. You guys don't do welfare checks because of no reason.
Yeah, we do, but we don't throw somebody in the back of an ambulance.
Well, if she hit her head, I'm assuming that.
She was drunk. Listen, I understand what you're saying, man, and I don't want this to get hostile between us.
Well,
I know
won't get hostile because I'm not that type of person.
Okay,
so.
but I'm telling you, please believe me, man. She was drunk.
Oh, I know she's drunk. Definitely
she was
drunk.
being completely argumentative and ridiculous.
I know, trust me.
And she should have went to jail.
She should have went to the hospital at that time.
No, she should have went to jail.
She hit her head.
Okay,
she should have went to the
well,
hospital.
that's fine. But I'm telling you that she ultimately should have went to jail. And really, I still could charge her if I wanted to, and she could have a warrant for her arrest.
Okay, that's perfectly great. But she should have went to the hospital, got checked out.
That's on her, dude. She's a grown adult.
And she wanted to go.
No, she didn't because she would have cooperated with the paramedics.
If she hit her head and blacked out, and she's confused, how is she supposed to take that's your guys'
So
job.
Hitting your head and blacking out makes you yell swear words.
It can make a lot of
really
confusion. Are you telling me that
it's going to make you yell swear
Do you
words
know
at
what
everybody
can hit your
involved.
head? I don't know everything that can happen from a head injury. Do you know everything that can happen from a head
It's
injury?
going to make you yell swear words at
Do
everyone.
you know
that's
that?
here.
It can happen. You don't
Okay.
think so? Let's go ask the doctors if you can be
You can feel free to do whatever you'd like. You can also
from a
feel
head
free to
injury.
get an attorney and sue the paramedic company if you so choose. But
Well,
I'm
I
telling
mean,
you,
that's not- I
telling
need
you
to
your
make a
wife was
report.
impaired. Your wife was impaired, and that's why nothing happened on scene. That's why. She also decided she got up and walked to the car. It was some kind of red Chevy or
Did
Ford,
someone
maybe.
take her phone while she was trying to record the incident? Did the paramedic grab her phone?
Yeah, because it was in the paramedic's face, and she also could have went to
Is
jail
that
for
illegal?
Yes, it is.
For her to record her own incident?
It's illegal for her to put her phone in the paramedic's face while they're trying to assess her. That is illegal. She
And
could
the
have went to jail for that.
Paramedics assessed her and decided that she didn't need to go to the
No, she
hospital.
refused to cooperate with the paramedics.
So she just put it.
And then she stood up on
once
her
the
own
paramedic-
accord.
how did the
She
paramedic-
stood up on her own accord and decided to walk to the
No one
car
helped
and
her
go
up?
home. Some dude helped her up.
So she walked up on her own, but some guy helped her up, sir? Come on now. There's video of this, correct?
I have no idea what this video.
There's
I
video on
wasn't
that bar,
videoing
right?
it.
I need to make a report for that video. That's
You can get
evidence
an attorney.
of a report I'm trying to make.
You can get an
of
attorney and you
the
can try to
ambulance
subpoena
not-
that. You can get an attorney and you can try to subpoena the video from the bar if you so choose.
But it needs to be addressed now because they can delete the footage. That's why I'm
It's-
doing
it's
this
not-
now.
there's no
It's
criminal
pertinent
act.
information that needs
There's
to be.
there's no criminal act that occurred.
Paramedics denying service to a
That's not what
patron
happened.
is a
That's
criminal
not what
act.
happened. That's not what happened.
Well, that's what the evidence shows
No,
from
it doesn't.
witnesses that
That's not what
obviously you say is not credible for reasons being drunk, but video doesn't lie, right?
None of that's what happened.
You guys have dash cams at all?
We don't.
You have no body cameras or nothing?
Nope.
But the only video that exists is from that bar.
If there isn't it, I
If
don't know
there
if they
even
have
is,
outside
yeah,
cameras.
if
I
there
have no idea.
is any
I
video.
have no idea.
You guys couldn't ask that bar if we can get
Nope.
that information?
There's
for
no criminal act that
report?
occurred. I have all kinds of other criminal acts that I'm
I
investigating right
understand.
now, and this is not a criminal act. The bottom line is she refused to cooperate. She refused to follow instructions from the paramedics. She refused to answer any of their questions because she was more worried about telling the bar owner that he was a fucking asshole.
Yeah. I
And he was
completely
standing there
understand.
completely peacefully. He didn't raise his voice. He didn't call her a bitch. He didn't tell her
Did
fuck
you
off.
say that she
He
needed
didn't
to
say
go?
anything.
Were you
yet.
who was the first officer on scene?
I was the only officer. Well, there's
Did
a
you tell her
sheriff
she
guy
needed to
there.
go to the hospital when you
I
first arrived?
told her she should listen to the paramedic.
Did you tell her she should go to the hospital?
I
when
don't know
you
what I
first
told her,
arrived?
dude. I had a lot of stuff going on. I don't remember what I said. I might have said that,
Did
yeah.
you advise her, and then when you went inside,
You know how
get
many
back
people
outside and told her
on a
not to go
daily
to the hospital?
basis I tell to go to the hospital and they don't? People are grown adults. I can't force you to go unless you say
But
you're
we're
going
here
to
now,
kill
so we
yourself.
obviously wanted to go.
Okay, well, she could have cooperated on scene. The ambulance was 10 feet away from her, so she could have stood up
Walked
and
in.
walked to the ambulance, but that's not what happened.
She wanted to argue and didn't want to walk in the ambulance. Then you guys decided after she had a head injury that she was perfectly able to decide
Yeah.
what she wanted
I'm not
to
going to
do.
go back and forth here.
That's cool. So,
So-
I can't make a report with you guys about anything.
I'll document that you were upset that your wife didn't go to...
Kid, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to can I make a complaint about this? I have to go to there. I obviously have to make a complaint with the ambulance company, but I have to make a complaint with your office. I can't do that with you. A formal complaint.
You can come in on Tuesday morning and make a formal
Business
complaint,
office.
but I mean, you can do whatever you want. There's no complaint against us because we're not the ambulance company. The ambulance company is Prompt. So you would have to contact Prompt and make a complaint against them. If you want to come in Tuesday and talk with one of the supervisors above me, you can definitely do
Do you
that.
think maybe you might have, I guess you could say, coerced her decision by
No.
telling her she was going to go to jail if she went
No.
to the hospital?
No,
Because you told her she was going to go to jail if she went to the hospital, right?
no, I did not. I told her she was going to go to jail if she continued to use profanity, yell, and scream. I told her it had nothing to do with her going to the hospital.
Okay.
If she continued to yell and scream, which qualifies as disorderly conduct,
Yeah, understandable.
she would go to jail.
Okay.
Disorderly conduct, in very layman's and brief terms, is breaching
very
the peace.
loose, yeah, very
So
loose, yeah.
all you got to do is yell and scream, and if I tell you to stop yelling and screaming, and you
don't.
continue to yell and scream, you go to jail.
Unless
And
they're
at that point,
protesting
also,
or
when there
something.
was probably 8 to 10 people that came out of the bar to see what was going on, it was definitely a breach of the peace.
Yeah.
It was definitely causing a problem.
But she did hit her head.
I don't know that. I didn't witness it. And again, I'm not going to go back
Yeah.
and forth with you.
But I'm just
she
saying
was,
that you
she was
could-
drunk and impaired, and that's
She's
why.
definitely drunk, but if she has a concussion right now, then that could definitely explain, yeah, she was drunk, but not everybody actually talking when you're drunk. So, I mean, she has a concussion. definitely could have explained her behavior to you guys, but you guys failed to address that medical issue that she needed.
I'm not a paramedic.
Exactly.
She refused to cooperate with the paramedics.
Because of you.
Okay. All right, sir, you have a good
All right,
day.
thank you. So I have to make a complaint on Tuesday?
Do whatever you want.
Thanks. And what is your name, sir?
Corporal Hendren.
And your name, officer?
It's Officer Trycheck.
Thank you very much. Have a safe night, guys.
I didn't get your name earlier, if I could get that just so I can document our conversation. What's your last name?
Can you say that? Nielsen. Jeremy, you want ID?
No, same spelling as hers?
Yeah.
Then what's your first name?
Jeremy?
And your birthday?
52984.
52984.
Yes, sir.
Then what's your cell phone number for you?
219
Yep.
916 8280.
Okay. Thank you. Is there anything else I can do for you, man?
I mean, that's it, man. I mean, I have to do what I have to do. I have to make the complaint. If she has
That's
a
fine.
concussion,
I mean,
I understand she's belligerent and that you have better shit to do at that time.
You know what? It honestly really had nothing to do with that. I can't force her to go, man. And that's what I'm thinking. That's what I don't think you understand. Is that we deal with drunk people all the time.
Oh,
all the
shit.
time, man. And if we can't force them to go. And if she's laying here and I tell her, you need to listen to the paramedics. Stop yelling at this dude. Stop yelling over.
Stop being drunk and confused or whatever.
All right.
Just be, yeah, stop being drunk.
Confused, man. It had to do with her being drunk. Okay? She never said she hit her head. She never said any of that.
Oh, she never told you guys she hit her head?
All she wanted to do was argue and yell and scream. The dude that she was with, as well as the 3 girls that she was with, all said to me, she's out of control. And I said to them, I told them, please, can you just get her either in the ambulance or in a car, whatever you so choose.
You tried to do what you had to do.
I understand why you'd be upset, man. And by all means, make whatever complaints you want to make. But there was nothing else that could have been done.
I mean, you tried to do what you had to do. I got to do it for her.
Because listen,
it's got to be done.
if I picked her up and dragged her to the ambulance and she got hurt,
then you'd be liable for picking her up and dragging her.
I mean, I'm asking you, then who is it?
Yeah, it's a catch-22. I understand.
If she's refusing to cooperate with the paramedics, because the first step is that she needed a collar put around her neck, okay? That would have been the first step. And if she's refusing to allow that to happen, the paramedics can't manhandle her, nor can I, because if in that process she gets more injured, then what happens?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then who's at fault?
So that's why you guys are trained, though.
Trained for what?
For situations like that. Well, maybe not so much as medical.
Not to force somebody to be medically treated, okay?
So you guys take insane people to medical treatment all the time?
That's completely different, dude, because they're mentally
it's a mental. It could be a mental issue right now. If she hit her head and she's mentally confused.
There's a million things that could be.
You see what I'm saying? You might have misdiagnosed it, even though you can't diagnose anything. You know, I understand. You're not a doctor. That's the whole point. She should have been here in the ambulance, no matter what. She hit her head. She wanted to go. She got threatened with arrest, got scared, and got picked up.
Well, then I'll file charges on her and she'll get a warrant for her arrest for disorderly conduct, okay? Because if that's really the route that we want to go...
I'm not... That's her, you know,
okay,
so...
then I'll file the charges and she'll get a warrant. Because I told her multiple times. And this whole... If you want to twist this whole way, this is not what happened, dude. This is not what happened. She was out of control. I told her to stop being out of control, and she failed to listen.
So if you file the charges, we have to get the video.
No, you don't. There is no video.
You don't know that.
You're right, I don't know that, but the video has nothing to do with
it. It's evidence in a trial.
Okay. It's your perspective.
It is, by law, right? No. You just told me over here that it's a criminal. If there's no criminal act, there's no need to get the evidence from the video. I know. I'm not stupid. So if you had to file the criminal charges, go ahead. It just makes it easier to get that video.
the video not going to be recovered. But I just don't think. I understand that you're trying to defend your wife, but I'm also telling you that.
I'm sorry, I don't mean
you
she's
need,
texting me. I'm not